Wow, that sucks. Big fat black cock. Optic Gaming got knocked out of COD Champs. Like my little song. Yeah, guys. As you guys can see, is the title, and by my little 13-second little song that I sung for you guys right there, Optic Gaming has been eliminated from Call of Duty Championships to FaZe Red. Yes, guys, they got eliminated by FaZe Red. First map, it was down to the fucking needle. I think FaZe Red won by like 15 or 16 points. It was literally, Optic Gaming was destroying them pretty much for the whole entire game. They were up by 60 at one point, and then they just started getting demoralized, I guess, and just getting destroyed. And then they ended up losing that map, and then they ended up going to the second map, which is Search and Destroy on Detroit. I think they were down like 0-4. They brought it back a little bit. I think it was, like 4-3 or something like that. I'm probably completely wrong. But, yeah, they brought it back. They started bringing it back. They started getting some fire. And then they just kept getting shitted on and some more. And then they ended up losing, like, 6-3, I think. And so they're down 0-2 in the series. I was just like, this can't be happening. Optic Gaming, you guys are going to clutch up. And then I was like, I have to see what the next map's going to be. And then I seen that it was Comeback Uplink. I'm like, oh my god, this is their best map. They literally go completely ham against every fucking team they play on this map. They just completely just destroy everybody. They get like 15 uplinks and they just destroy the other team, no matter fucking what. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna take this, then they're gonna win the next map, and then this is gonna go down to a game 5, and it's gonna be really entertaining to see who wins and gets knocked out of COD Champs. But as you guys know, Optic Gaming literally got demoralized and just got completely destroyed, and they just kept FaZe just kept running it and just dunking it, running, dunking, throwing it. They just did everything that they needed to do to win. And after them losing 2 maps in a row, you could actually see the frustration of Crim, Formal, Scump, and Nadeshot. They did like a little listen-in thing before I think their last match, on Comeback. And they were saying, Formal was saying, all that time we practiced and all these things we done, and like we should be not losing this bad. We should be able to take maps. Everyone needs to pick it up. They all need to play together. And they all looked like they were angry and demoralized. And it really looked, when I was looking at Scump, it showed him at one point his hands were shaking. He couldn't stay still. I'm not 100% sure if he was actually shaking. He was moving his legs, but when he stopped, I could see his hands were a little shaky. And everybody else's hands were shaking. And they were just playing really, really scared and nervous. And, I don't know what I would be doing in that situation if I was playing for $1 million. I would definitely be nervous. I'd definitely be scared. I'd definitely be shaking. But, you have to try to stay as calm as possible. I know it's really, really hard. But after, I think when they were down 0-2, they just started playing mad. They were just getting mad and angry. And you could really see it in their gameplay. When they were down 0-10, you could just tell it was just not working. They were all playing shitty. They weren't looking at the right things. They were just getting steamrolled. It was not the Optic Gaming that we know. And then, as you guys can see, at the end of the match, when, they lost and everything like that, I don't think I've ever seen a Call of Duty player as mad as Crimsticks was. Like, you could just tell he took his fucking headset and he just fucking threw it pretty much, took out his fucking earphones, threw the fucking controller, and, gave props to everybody on the, FaZe team. But it's just really demoralizing, especially when you lose to your former teammate, Aches. And Aches actually told Crimsticks at the beginning of when he went to Optic Gaming, he said, when it comes down to it at Champs, when it matters, I will beat you. But, it's not that big of a deal that Optic Gaming didn't win COD Champs. They won already 3 events, this year. They came second at Columbus, the first event. So, they're doing pretty damn well. And they got, 5th through 6th at this event. It's kind of demoralizing. It kind of sucks. But, they're bouncing right back into it. And they're due, a lot better. They're fixing their mistakes, that everything that they had to do. But the fact that they put so much practice and so much time. And they were the favorite team coming into this, and then for them to, get 5th through 6th is kind of, shitty. If they would have played a little better versus Denial earlier, I think it would have been a whole different ball game for them. But, it was just a really hard run for them, and, they did their best. Nadeshot, he admitted he was playing inconsistent. He wasn't really doing that well, and he had a bad weekend. He stood up to that, but at Champs, when you're playing for $1 million and a ring that, they don't just give out any day of the week, you really gotta step up your game, and you gotta play the best that you possibly fucking can. And my stupid little dog is barking in the background. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. It's WhooDoesThat. Please do stop, like, comment, favorite if you guys did, and please leave in the comment section down below what team you think are going to win COD Champs. I am rooting for Denial. 150% hands down, Denial's going to win it. But my secondary pick is going to be FaZe Red. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below.